The House of Storm and Crown, a novel of the Wildfae. Teaser. Chapter 1. Kildrea bit into an apple and cringed. She hated apples, but the queen adored them and insisted on serving them at every feast. She looked around and saw that the queen was watching her, so she smiled and finished eating the apple as quickly as she could, eager to get to the pomegranate wine to wash the taste out of her mouth. Kildrea was not a great favorite at court, but everyone liked her. She was bubbly and cheerful and quick with a joke. She was skilled at dancing and music, and her beauty was appreciated by both fae and other species alike. She possessed dark and vibrant skin, clear green eyes, impossibly long brown curly hair, and a robust full figure. She favored long silk robes in cool colors, usually the colors of the sea, and she spent a great deal of time composing and playing music for the others. Flocken, her best friend, positively danced up to her. He was a wood fairy, possessed of bone-white skin, black eyes, and reindeer antlers. A rather skinny fae, he nevertheless was very strong and an accomplished archer. Sometimes he practiced archery with Kildrea, for she had never been an adept warrior, and of late she had felt the need to learn some sort of war skill. She would never be an expert, but Flocken was patient and kind, and although her learning was slow, she felt his approach would keep her learning steadily. "Here," he said, offering her some blueberries. She set aside the apple core and quickly took them from him, shoving them into her mouth. "Thank you," she said thickly, chewing voraciously. Flocken giggled. He knew that she hated apples among all the other things he knew about her. "Come with me," he said, and reached for her hand. She gathered her skirts about her and took his hand, then he quickly led her away. "What are you so excited about?" she asked him, for he seemed truly delighted about something, and for Flocken to exhibit any kind of emotion aside from the range of contentment or anger was a somewhat rare event. "I will show you," said the other fae, and he would say no more. Kildrea was frustrated, but she still allowed him to lead her from the gathering, passing the many other fae that had gathered to honor their queen this summer solstice in the milk-warm night, their faces a mixture of color and inhuman features, variously drunk or satiated or copulating or laughing. He led her through the gathering and into the palace beneath the hill, a grand glittering affair set with pillars of calcite embedded with amethyst. The place was deathly quiet. Everyone was at the feast. "No one is in the hive?" asked Kildrea softly, as he led her towards the queen's quarters. The hives were hillside burrows in which the fae lived and gathered, and shortly the queen would move inside the palace to continue the feast as the night grew colder, which would continue well past sunrise. "'Tis empty as an eggshell," giggled Flocken as they reached the queen's quarters. Kildrea grinned. She could not say no to the opportunity to prank the queen. "What did you have in mind?" she asked Flocken. Flocken leaned over to his friend and began to whisper his plan into her ear.